Hi there guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can make an RGB strip for around about half to a third of the price of a pre-made kit. Some of the pre-made kits also have a sort of fixed button to change colours, so this also is a bit better system. Now this is the RGB strip, which you can pick up on places like eBay. Now this is, I would think, easy to get hold of in most places, as it's particularly nothing special. The kit also comes with this little remote control, as you can see, so we can pick different colours and things like that, and we also have the ability to turn them off. It also comes with this little control box which allows us to control, like I said, the colours and so forth. And now the control box isn't that big, so it wouldn't be too difficult to hide. So the remote control, as you can see, gives us quite a few options, so we can pick from different colours at the top here. We can make our own colour up down here. We can select various sort of things like flashings and fades, and we can also turn the lights off, say if we're watching a film and we want it to be kind of darker. So this is something you don't get on the kind of some of the other kits. Now this little control box is something that you may need to use if your motherboard doesn't support RGB strips. You can see we've got two cables. The first little one is for the remote control, and that has to be on the line of sight. And the second one here is for the RGB strip. So if you do have a prong on both ends, you can just remove the little thing here and you can just plug it in directly then. I think you can just about see that. So it's pretty small, and that just changes, so it's got pins rather than socket. So with that removed, you'll be able to plug it straight in. If your motherboard does support RGB strips directly, now this is going to be a lot easier to install. All you need to do is to get this cable that's provided usually by your motherboard, and this end on the left, you can see that will go into the motherboard, and the one on the right here, that will plug directly into the RGB strip. If you've got more pins, don't worry, just make sure the arrows align up correctly. If the extra pin is for white and this strip doesn't have white, if you find it a bit tight and it won't fit in, you can probably just slide the backing off here, and then you can plug it in like this, and then just bring the backing back up to it. And so that's pretty much it done if you've got a motherboard that supports RGB strips directly. I know quite a lot of the new motherboards do support that now, so that is quite an easy way. However, if your motherboard doesn't support RGB strips, then you're going to have to make a little lead up so you can use this control box. So you can see we've got the two here. That will just plug in there, and like I said, make sure you get the arrows correct. So that's our RGB strip plugged into this control box, and you can see that. So all we need to do now is to provide power to it through this little jack. Now this is 12 volt, and this should not be a problem for a computer because there's a 12 volt around. So what we need to do is to make a little cable up, which is not that bad, to be honest. All you need to do is to find a jack plug like so, make sure it fits into the hole, and then if you probably have got one of these hanging around, these pass-throughs, Moldex, you want to pick up the left side of it, which is the yellow and the black on the left. This should provide you with the 12 volts you want for your lights. So once you do that, you just need to join the cables together. I use some thingies to do that. So, and once that's done, is basically it. So that is a very easy way of doing it, but we can actually further improve on that. As you can see, I might just take this bit out. So we can actually improve on that a little bit more, because this strip is sticky, and if I move some of the posts down, you can see that is sticky, and that would mean it goes straight onto a case. And now I'm not keen on doing it that way, because that would mean the lights are permanently attached, and I'd like to actually be able to remove the lights also. So to remedy this, another quick thing on eBay, which is this magnetic strip. Now what this is it's magnetic on one side and sticky on the other. You can pick this up again for pretty cheap. So all you need to do is to basically stick the two together like so. This strip is also 12.5mm, so it's a little bit wider than the lights, but shouldn't cause too much issue. And like I said, with those two stuck together, you have basically a magnetic RGB strip for about a half or a third of the price that it costs for a kit. Now this is one I did earlier, and as you can see, basically I've stuck the magnetic strip onto the back of the lights. You might get a little bit of bubbling in it, and you may need to sort of push it out a little bit, but other than that, that is pretty much ready to go. And this means basically you can take this RGB strip out and move it as much as you want. Where this listing is, they did sell various sizes, so you can easily pick up 1, 2, 3 or 5 even meters of this RGB strip and plug it all in. 5 meters would be a lot for a case, and this is only a 1 meter, which kind of does the side panel pretty well. But like I said, you can also cut this stuff down if it's too long, so you could technically buy a 2 meter version and then cut a bit off of it. If you do that, make sure it's unplugged whilst you do it. Don't cut it whilst it's synced. But anyway guys, hopefully that's a way of doing an RGB much cheaper. I've done this about 3 times now, so I thought I'd do a video just to show you guys, as these RGB strips can cost up to about 30 quid. Now doing it this way it cost me around about £12 if that per strip. So it is a much cheaper way of doing it and a much easier. Anyway guys, if you have any comments or suggestions on this video, please leave them below. Thanks guys for watching.